What is the government hiding? Are ancient civilizations real? Is Atlantis real? Are the pyramids being covered up in some grand conspiracy? I don't know, bro. But we about to hop into an interesting video. Shout out to the gang. Let's go. What's good, Dark Knight gang? I'm Neptune. Hey, bro, today I'm about to react to a video titled Top 10 Places Archeologists Don't Want You to See. Yeah, man, this should be interesting. They probably uncovered Atlantis and was like, hey, bury this bitch again. They probably uncovered so many tombs and was like, hey, bro, we cannot let the world know about this because niggas will go crazy. I don't know. I know there's a lot of conspiracies out there for sure, though. I'm ready to hop into this video. This should be interesting. Y'all know I love to just look at different type of topics. I'm just that man. You feel me? Shout out to the gang. Let's hop into this video. Let's go.
From ancient cities rumored to be a legend to sites filled with bodies and animals, there are a number of things archaeologists don't want you to see.
What's up, Lindsay? You looking good today.
And we'll be talking about all this and more only in today's video. We have the impaled heads. In 2009, a new railway bridge was being created in Sweden's Motala Strom River. That's when archaeologists started to unearth artifacts that were thousands of years old. Over the next few years, more and more artifacts were found in that area. You got animal bones, to tools made from animal bones, to remnants of human skulls, and lastly, mounted skulls. This is said to be the most grisly thing that archaeologists in that area have found. So the skulls were 8,000 years old and were impaled on wooden stakes. Damn. All skulls were missing their jawbones and had shown signs of trauma. The male skulls had blunt force trauma to the top of the head, while the female skulls had trauma to the sides and back of their head. But that's not the way that they died. Studies had shown that the wounds had healed, so they did not die immediately after sustaining those injuries. Then at some point, the victims' heads were chopped off and placed on stakes and then submerged underwater in the middle of the lake. Sheesh. They were placed on a stone platform surrounded by animal bones. Again, this is a very traumatizing thing to come across. In the right spot,
It ain't traumatizing. That's just some barbaric you feel me? They probably were like criminals to their society, and that was their death penalty. Or it could have been some religious sacrifice. They sacrificing it to their God, chopping off heads and saying, God bless me. A lot of things could have happened.
We have the witch prison. In 2016,
witch prison?
historians were
bro, my next girlfriend is going to be a witch. I've already made up my mind. If she's not a witch, you can't be with me. I'm dead ass. My next girlfriend's gonna be a witch, a modern day witch. She gotta be into astrology and all that, bro. She gotta know how to manifest, all that. Dead ass. Anyway, let's keep going.
St. Mary's Chapel at the Kirk of St. Nicholas when they found a weird ring mounted into the wall. Dr. Arthur Winfield, who was leading this project to restore and preserve the chapel, was pretty skeptical about this ring. At first, he thought it was nothing. But then he decided to do some digging. He checked out the city's archives, and that's when he discovered the chapel's dark past. Back in 1597, the church played a crucial role in the Great Witch Hunt. The witches were taken to the chapel and chained up to this ring. This was their last stop before being executed and burned to death. So all of a sudden, this ring became much, much darker. After excavating the area, the bodies of 22 young individuals were unearthed. No remains of the accused witches were found at this site, so it's believed that they were buried elsewhere. This iron ring embedded into the north wall of the chapel is now all that remains of this gruesome past. In our seventh spot,
bro, the Salem witch trials, y'all should look into that. It is insane. It is baffling how crazy people were back in the day. Oh my God, these are witches! Kill them! They're witches! Like, what? Think about that. Back in the day, they really thought those women were witches, bro. So they would burn them alive. And the whole town would be like, yeah, she is a witch. It is crazy. You should look into the Salem witch trials. Like, it's mind-blowing.
But we have Lascaux Caves. Legend goes that back in the day, 4 teens were exploring this cave system in France with their dog when they found a narrow entrance to a cavern. Being brave, they entered, and that's when they found an archaeologist's dream. The cavern was filled with prehistoric cave paintings.
Yeah, that looks
These
dope.
paintings are 15 to 17,000 years old and depict a series of images including tons of animals.
Yeah,
in total, there
cool.
are 600 wall paintings covering the interior walls and ceilings of this cave. In 1948, this site was open to the public. People were welcome to come into the cave and see the beautiful paintings.
I would want to too.
But
yeah.
in 1963, it had to be closed. The artificial light was fading the vivid colors of these paintings. It also caused algae to start growing over them. So in order to preserve the history, no one is allowed to visit there. In fact, only a small number of scientists are allowed in, but they only have a few days a month to be in there. Other than that, they are kept locked away. We are now at our 5th and halfway mark with El Dorado. The lost city of El Dorado is a famous myth that dates back to the 16th century.
I've never heard of it.
El Dorado is the name of a secret city of gold said to be located deep within South America. It's said to be filled with riches beyond your wildest dreams. When the Spanish conquistadors heard of this tale, they tried with all their power to find the city of gold. Alas, they were unsuccessful. But legend goes that archaeologists have discovered this city, and if they have, of course, they don't want this known to the public.
Of course
At least not yet. Could you imagine what would happen if word got out that there is a city filled with priceless artifacts and gold? People would go nuts and totally ransack the place
Of
and
course.
ruin its beauty. So that's why it's believed that this
Unfortunately, I will be one of them.
place is being kept a secret. That is until they have removed all the treasures and have done all the research that they need to. Coming in at number 2, we have Dead Man's Island. The Dead Man's Island in the UK is now a forbidden island. No one is allowed to travel there unless you receive special permission. But no one wants to go there anyways.
Why
Not
not?
only is it rumored to be haunted, but it's filled with dead bodies.
I want to go.
Basically, the island was the dumping ground for men and boys who died while on board prison ships. They didn't want to bring them back to the mainland, so they buried them on this island to prevent infectious diseases from spreading. But over the years, coastal erosion and the tides unearthed these bodies. In 2016, the remains of more than 200 men were found on the island. They were then reburied. But the changing tides continued to unearth the bodies and wash them out to sea. So they kind of just gave up and left the island and all of its bodies alone. And in our number 1 spot today,
That is kind of interesting, actually. But now, yeah, I don't need to see that either. I mean, you just see a whole bunch of bones. You know what I'm saying?
we have the lost city of Atlantis.
Oh, shit!
I'm sure you all grew up hearing tales about the magical lost city of Atlantis
Yeah.
that lay submerged somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean. Well, it turns out this city might be real. First, let's look at the history of this city. Atlantis was first described by Plato over 2,000 years ago. He said that the island had over 10,000 chariots and hundreds of bulls and elephants. Then over the years, the city fell and eventually got submerged into the Atlantic Ocean. For centuries, historians debated whether this city was real or not. Then, in 1882, a man named Ignatius Donnelly published a book titled Atlantis, the Antediluvian World. In this book, he claimed that Atlantis was a real place. He even claimed that all the known ancient civilizations originated from Atlantis' Neolithic culture. If this is real, then surely archaeologists and historians are madly searching for the city. In fact, they might have found it already, and similar to El Dorado, they are keeping it a secret.
All right, bro. Great video from Most Amazing Top 10. Personally, I don't know if Atlantis is real or not. I'm going to keep it a stack. I haven't done any research. I haven't done not 1 minute of research on Atlantis. Some people say it's real. Some people say it's a myth. I have no clue. If it's real, that's pretty dope. Would I want to visit it? Yeah. That's where I think most civilizations came from, right? Isn't Atlantis known as one of the oldest civilizations? Maybe, maybe not. Babylon? Atlantis? What's one of the oldest civilizations? If you know, let me know down in the comments. Anyway, great video. We saw some hidden things archaeologists want to keep hidden from us. And some of it's rightfully so, like the land that's full of gold. Like I said, I would be taking some of that gold, and I'm sure there's millions of other people in the world who would want to take some of that gold as well. So of course, they definitely should keep that hidden. If they found Atlantis, I'm sure everyone and their mama will want to go there and see it. That could be a great tourist attraction. They shouldn't keep that hidden. Just charge people to come see it. You want to see Atlantis? $500. You know how much money they can make from that? Pfft. Anyway, shout out to the gang. Everybody, hey, camera, focus. Little bitch. Shout out to the gang. I'ma see y'all next time. Y'all. Peace.